Imagine my great shock and surprise when I came across this story right here. I would just happen to scroll through my Twitter feed and I got tagged in this rather surprising yet understandably gloriously story. And I know Harvey out there is watching, seething at the teeth, wanting to really go in on this, and I'm very sure that he is, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say, because this is a person he does not like at all, someone he has been talking about for so long, and it looks like his wishes are starting to slowly come true. So this bit of breaking news just came out where it says CNN axes Don Lemon from primetime, moves him to morning show and anchor shakeup. Now, granted, he's not off the network yet anyway, but when you get your show removed from the primetime slot where you have been pretty much at for the entire time of you being at a network, to be moved into a slot where there's not many viewers or not many eyes, that really means, or that's saying something, because that primetime slot is where all of your main viewers are at, because most people are home from work or just home in general. In the daytime, most people are at work, so you're not going to get as many views as opposed to if you were at home during the evening. And his show comes on in the late evening, like around, I believe, 9 or 10, somewhere in between those 2 hours right there. Now, I don't know what time slot they're going to put him in, but it's not going to be a good one. If it's saying that he's losing viewers at night, what makes you think he's going to gain them during the day? But I'm gonna go ahead and read this article that's coming from the New York Post and see what they're talking about. Ratings challenged, CNN will reshuffle the deck chairs on the slowly sinking network, pushing out left-leaning primetime host Don Lemon from his plum solo slot to a newly created morning team boss Chris Licht announced Thursday. Lemon will join Caitlin Collins and Poppy Harlow to replace current New Day hosts John Berman and Brianna Keilar. So it sounds to me like he's about to have some co-hosts. So it looks like he's not going to be by himself anymore. That's even worse. Lemon's long anticipated demotion comes after Licht was tasked by new corporate overlord Warner Brothers Discovery with shifting CNN away from opinion-based shows to more centrist reporting of the news. And I had heard some things where they're trying to make or turn CNN almost into another Fox News. So you know he wouldn't fit in over there. Last month, the network canned Brian Stelter, the outspoken host of the now canceled Reliable Sources. Lemon, who often espouses liberal opinions on his 10 p.m. show, The Don Lemon Tonight, helmed the lowest ranked program in primetime in August, averaging 660,000 viewers to finish a distant third to Fox and MSNBC. A rep for CNN said the network will be making an announcement on who will be replacing Lemon in the next few weeks. Insiders have earmarked Casey Hunt as a possible replacement for Lemon, or for the 9 p.m. slot, which was left open when Chris Cuomo was fired last year over his role in advising his older brother, then New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, in his sex harassment scandal. Sources recently told the Post that Licht has his work cut out for him as he tries to pump up the network's ratings. In August, Fox News dominated with 9 shows making the top 10 highest rated cable news shows. Only MSNBC's Rachel Maddow pulled out a 5th place ranking with 2.7 million viewers, lagging behind Fox's The Five, 3.4 million, Tucker Carlson Tonight, 3.3 million, Hannity 2.9 million, and Jesse Waters Primetime 2.9 million. Now look at the people that's ranking high. Those over at Fox News. Now you can see what direction CNN is going, because they're trying to compete with them. So that means it's going to be CNN versus Fox News. It's going to be like a battle of right-wing senior versus right-wing junior, or up-and-coming right-wing junior, because I think that's the direction that they're taking CNN. The only CNN show to crack the top 25 was Anderson Cooper 360 in 25th place with 950,000 viewers. Meanwhile, New Day came in 42nd place out of 82 cable news shows, bringing in 396,000 total viewers. CNN did not provide a start date for the changes, but said it will rename New Day and update its set later this year. Berman and Kilar will remain at the network, Licht said. The exec is known for his previous success launching MSNBC's Morning Joe and revamping CBS Morning Show, which was then called CBS This Morning. Both shows featured lively conversation about current topics and news of the day, with a broad selection of guests. There is no stronger combination of talent than Don, Poppy, and Caitlin to deliver our promise of a game-changing morning news program, Licht said Thursday. They are each uniquely intelligent, reliable, and compelling. Together, they have a rare, palpable chemistry. Combined with CNN's resources and global news gathering capabilities, we will offer a smart, bold, and refreshing way to start the day. Harlow has most recently served as an anchor of CNN Newsroom, as well as the relief presenter at New Day, while Collins served as a White House correspondent for the network. The rejuggling also comes after Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav said he is looking to find at least $3 billion in cost savings in 2023 across the company. Earlier this year, the parent company shuttered CNN Plus, a network that should not have been in a streaming platform that should not have been a thing, that they literally got rid of that thing probably a good month after they made it. The network's month-old, like I just mentioned, streaming service laying off roughly 300 staffers. I feel absolutely nothing for Donna if this is his last dance. If this is his last ride at the rodeo, so be it. And I really don't have to go into detail too much about why many of us over here do not care for Donna. This guy literally has a lot of contempt for people in the black community. I'll still never forget that time he went down to the protests during, I believe it was Mike Brown back in 2014, and how them people got him up out of there. They was like, Donna, don't bring yourself down here, because we know what you're trying to do. We know what kind of angle you're trying to spin. Don't even try it. Take your ass back to that CNN network and in that studio and do whatever it is that you do over there. And you know, he's, like I said, just listen over the stuff that he said over the years when it came to black people. If you don't believe me, go look at Harvey's videos about Donna. He has literally video on top of video on top of videos displaying this man's off code behavior. And trust and believe, it has absolutely nothing to do with his lifestyle. I had to throw that in there because I don't want people saying I'm this and that phobic. It has nothing to do with who he chooses to lay down with. It has everything to do with Don as a person. And it's a shame because he could have been one of the few black voices at CNN that could have been very well needed. But of course, he bought into this thing that he just gives off this air of himself that he's better, or he's the better black man than the rest of us, and we're just underlings. Well, he's about to find out that he's not been nothing more than an underling himself, because guess who's holding the bag? They are. And if they want to snatch yours away from you and give it to someone else, which it sounds like they're about to do, they're going to do just that. I feel absolutely nothing for Donna. Like I said, when you get moved from that primetime slot and they insert you into the morning slot, that's usually means that you're on your way out. That's the same thing they did with Sage Mammy Steele. Remember, she used to be in a primetime slot, and then they moved her to like the afternoon or something like that, or they took her off for some of the major games coverages and they put her on these little minor ones. Yeah, she might still be over there, but ain't nobody checking for Mammy Steele. And speaking of Mammy Steele, I wonder how her mouth feels ever since she got hit with that golf ball a couple months ago. We ain't heard her talk since. And we could probably see why, but maybe it's for good reason. Maybe that was a sign telling her to be quiet. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video on this note. I'm sure y'all got a really good laugh out of this one. I know I got a few chuckles in here and there. It is what it is. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Click the bell twice to be notified. If the bell for some reason does not work, I upload my videos in the Premiere style format, which means you can click the notify me button on the bottom left or bottom right of the thumbnail, and you can receive the notifications that way. All the links will be down in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.